Room Tone Podcast is a show produced by us, three movie nerds shooting the shit while talking about shooting the shit.
Each episode builds upon the last, so we recommend starting at the beginning.
Now, let's make a movie.
I do not want a career. I don't want to, be in charge. I'm so fucking ready to just work at a little bookshop.
Bookstores need people, too. And
fuck yeah.
If, a cool hot chick opened up a bookstore with, plants and all that shit.
Especially if you made it, goth theme.
I know, and I keep thinking about, I could totally do, what I'm doing now, but with, bones and oddities and shit. Say somebody's grandpa died, they had a whole bunch of skulls and pelts and shit.
Oh, okay.
They can come and sell it to me, and then I can sell it,
Yeah, that makes sense.
Or they could sell you their grandpa.
I thought that's where you were going with that. If there's someone's grandpa dies, they can sell them to me.
Right.
I was what?
We'll accept human body parts.
Right.
Yo, I got a dead guy in the back. You want to buy him?
I'm in.
Holy shit. How much do you think you could sell a dead body for?
A lot.
Well, I guess it depends on what you're doing it with it.
I think that
full authority. This is now your property.
Well, I know,
you
but
pay me a certain number of money.
I feel like that also depends on what they're doing with it. You know what I mean?
That depends on what that determines its value to them.
Yeah.
I mean, totally true.
Well, based off of 12 Vultures, he charges I think it's $1,900 for a human skull. So you could probably make quite a bit of bank off of a human body, but there's a lot of restrictions, a lot of body parts you can't sell.
Oh, that's fair.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I can see why they're really expensive too, because the only other way you can get one is
Kill somebody.
Yeah.
That too.
Or that, yeah. there are two ways.
Which, I feel like we've talked about this a lot, but I'm still really unclear and very curious about who had what are the rules for a body after it's passed? Say your parent passes, or say someone in your family passes and you're next of kin, are you required to do something with that body, or can you just can you do stuff?
Didn't we look it up? I thought we figured it out.
Yeah, I think you're definitely required to bury it. You can't keep it around because it's considered biohazard.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you definitely have to either bury it or burn it.
I'm going to tell that to the next Bible thumper I meet. And they're like, do you believe in life after death? And I say, no, I believe in biohazard after death. After I die, I'm just biohazard.
I'm so toxic. That's why, I read, a story where a guy was trying to, get back his leg because he had to get it amputated. And he was like, I want my leg back. Yeah, and they're like, no, it's biohazard. You can't take that with you. And he actually sued the hospital and he got the leg back.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was boned or whatever. It was
skinned.
Skinned. There we go.
Deboned.
Deboned. Yeah. But he was able to display the leg, so that was cool.
So what he got was the bones.
I believe so. Yes.
That's pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, because I don't think he was allowed to take the
fleshy bits because
that's just gonna get gross.
Yeah,
that's a good compromise.
Yeah.
I would take that. I mean, I always remember seeing the cartoons and when someone gets their tonsils out and they get to take them home in a little jar.
That's not the case.
I feel like I was raised with that mentality, and I'm a little upset at the world.
I heard about the same thing about wisdom teeth. And in fact, I think you guys
didn't get to keep your wisdom teeth?
No, they said it was biohazard.
That's fucked up. I totally got my wisdom teeth.
I would riot.
I got them in a cute little box.
Really? No, my doctor fucking just drugged me and told me to go home.
Dude, he's selling those things for crack money for sure.
I hope so.
See,
put to use.
That could become a whole secondary income for dentists. They can sell their human teeth to me.
Yep.
I turn around and sell them for a profit. Fucking
yeah, make them into necklaces and maracas and shit.
Yeah, because you what are they called? Those conventions where people display skulls and
the Oddities show.
Yeah. So you've been to something like that. So you've seen people actually profit on.
Oh yeah.
There's a huge market for it.
Totally.
It's
rad.
Yeah, I'm not the only weird one.
Okay, well, I guess since we're talking about this subject, I'll just throw this out there. Would you ever stuff someone? like
Yes.
Absolutely.
Next question.
really?
No hesitation.
like a family member or whatever, you would like get them stuffed and like have them like around. That's what I meant. Like would you personally do it?
I would personally do it, but I don't like want one.
Okay, that's more or less.
Would you want one in your home?
Yeah.
No.
I don't want one in my home.
No. But I would do it. I would stuff a person.
Like you would be the taxidermist?
Yeah.
I will say now I will request that I get stuffed and sent via crate.
Yeah. To who?
To you guys.
Well, let Maddie do the stuffing.
Yeah.
I'll put you in the crate.
I just want to... Well, I mean, send it back to you guys, though. 'Cause I just want to show up at your door one last time, you know? You guys open the crate, falls down, and just me.
Thumbs up,
saying, what up, brother?
Sunglasses sewed to your head.
Yeah, with a little doobie in my mouth. It's fake.
Yeah.
It's made of rubber.
Fuck yeah. Wait, no, that I would have.
Dude, imagine this. Okay, imagine this, Market. So, you die.
Thank God.
You write into your will that you would like to be taxidermized, but you would like to be converted to like an animal spirit. So it's like you die, and when they stuff you, and then they'll do like needlepoint and like put fur on you and like change out your eyes and stuff, and so you can really sell to like the
weirdos.
Like, well, no, like
furries.
No, not the furries. I mean,
We could always sell to the furries, though.
take money from where we can get it. But no, I mean, it's like, you know, the life after death, like reincarnation kind of thing. Like, I want to come back as a walrus. Like, all right, man, I'll shove some bones in your face.
Yeah, whatever you want, baby.
Oh my God, that would be crazy.
That would be crazy. So,
Is that what you want?
no, thank you. The way I see it, when you're dead, you're dead. So at the end of the day, it's like, burn me, stuff me, turn me into a walrus. As long as first you pause for room tone. My name is Austin Swain. I'm an animator and video production specialist, and welcome back to another segment of Swain's Totally Untested Terrible Life Tips. Are you like me? Do you just hate clipping your nasty toenails? I can't think of like the word that I want. Are you like me?
Just nasty.
Just hate clipping those toenails? Have no fear. Have I got the solution for you? Fashion to the inside of your socks little bits of sandpaper.
Ah.
You'll never have to go downtown again. And you'll rub your toenails
Raw.
raw.
You'll never have to go downtown again.
You heard it right, buddy.
It sounds like someone's sucking your toes.
And the next time you get your toes sucked, no more unsightly bits.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You know what? I wonder about that. Like, is people who have foot fetishes, I wonder if they're like, if they prefer toenails or no toenails.
Probably
It's split in half.
definitely there's going to be people on both sides of that fence.
I
but
suppose, yeah.
I would say probably less toenails the better.
Really?
Toenails aren't really like a grow them out kind of thing, are they?
No.
No.
I wouldn't think so.
I'm sure there's a definite hygiene element to a lot of foot play out there.
Yeah. Or not.
Yeah.
Hey, it takes all types.
That's fair. All right. Well, good intro.
Thank you.
I won't do that.
Yeah.
You could.
No, I won't.
Although, like, I wonder though, is there like an easier way to clip your toenails? It's already pretty easy, I will say. I will throw it out there.
I just told you.
My name's Austin Arpeza. I'm an amateur filmmaker, and my movie/TV show recommendation for the week is, you know what? I'm gonna recommend a classic. All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna.
Oh, I'm so scared of what you're
No, I had one, but then like I just lost it, and I realized I don't really like the movie that much.
What was it?
The Spy Kids.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
That's fair.
A classic, back in the day.
Holy shit.
Like I didn't like it that much. My name is Austin Pesa, and my movie/TV show recommendation for the week is to go outside, because that's all I've been doing the past 2 to 3 weeks. I haven't really been watching much as of late, but I guess to keep in with the spirit of intro here, I'll just throw out, I recommend going to see, the Barbie movie. The Barbie movie was super fun. The colors were amazing. The story was pretty good.
Cool.
There was just, I'm not going to talk about it, but there was a big part of the plot that I just kind of felt like they passed over. And I felt like it was a big part.
For sure.
And so it's okay, whatever. I'll just have fun.
Yeah.
I guess I no longer care about that thing.
But no, it's super fun. Everyone did really great. Greta Gerwig did an amazing job. I think she definitely deserves all the credit that she is getting. And I'm very happy that she fought for a lot of what is currently in the movie. So
Right on.
Oh, yeah.
And, as a little bonus treat, I'll let you guys know what movie I'm really excited for as of late. And that is Talk to Me.
Oh, yeah. I'm excited for that, too.
I was already excited watching it, or when I watched the first trailer, and I'm like, yeah, this looks fun. Woo, A24 horror, that's always a good time.
Yeah.
Although some a good part of A24's horror's endings don't really land, but whatever.
Yeah.
I still enjoy it. But this movie got a 96% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Which is
As
wild, especially for what I thought was just going to be just another horror movie.
Right. Yeah. Totally.
So it's definitely caught my attention in that regards.
Yeah.
Because usually horror movies, it's a 50-50 shot whether they do good or bad.
That's fair.
So yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, I really like the A24 from that. With
Oh,
the
yeah, the hands.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Totally.
There is, okay, I'm going to piggyback off of two of your things. There is a Danish, Speak No Evil, I think it's called. It's a Danish horror movie, but apparently it's best horror film. A lot of people, or people really like it, basically.
Yeah.
Long story short. But it seems to have a very similar attitude as Talk to Me.
Really?
So I'm kind of interested to watch Talk to Me and watch Speak No Evil and see what they're like. But
that would be interesting if it was an adaptation of sorts.
Right.
Yeah. Because I guess based off the titles, they sound very similar.
Right.
And then just you saying that they are similar, it's interesting.
Yeah, and I guess I have no idea if the stories are similar, or if just the vibe makes me feel like they're similar, but it's longer story shorter. It's basically an experiment in who can make the better horror film, different countries, any other country basically, or the US. Can A24 make a horror film that can match another country's level of making a horror film?
It's the War of the Worlds.
Yeah, because I feel other countries make horror films so much better, just in terms of what they can get away with showing. But anyways, my name is Maddie, and to piggyback off of another one of your things, my movie/TV show recommendation for the week, because I have been inside, is Good Omens. And I purely say that because I feel exactly the same way about it as you feel about Barbie, where you just cannot think about it. Just don't think about how stupid and bad and unmaking sense the story is, and you'll have a great time.
That's fair.
So, yeah. And I know everybody's freaking out about the second season that just came out. So, I would recommend Good Omens. It's on Amazon Prime.
So, kind of hopping back to your idea with the difference between a Europe horror movies and our horror movies.
Yeah.
I'm not positive if this is a correct comparison, but it reminds me of Let Me In.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Yes.
Was that a Dutch horror movie?
So it's a book. I'm actually reading the book right now.
No kidding.
Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Well, listening. I'm listening to the book. Yeah, it's a Swedish
Okay.
book, and then there's a Swedish movie, and then an American movie, and the original movie looks so much better. Like the American one looks so fucking stupid.
I will say I actually enjoyed the American one. I've seen bits and pieces of the Europe one. I haven't actually seen the full movie.
Oh, for sure.
But the American one was really fun.
Did you like it?
I did. I did. It was like, it was a weird like concept. This is like back when like Chloe Moretz was like more in like kind of wholesome roles, and like, you know, she was kind of like a badass role, but never like in this like horror element. So I remember when I saw her in there, I was like, wow, this is really good. This is fun.
Cool.
For sure.
Yeah, no, I personally really enjoyed it. Have you did you watch it?
No, I'm waiting until I finish the book to watch them.
That's fair.
But yeah.
I would do a movie night for one of those if you wanted to.
Hell yeah.
For either the what was it, Dutch? Swedish for the Swedish one or for the American one. I had a good time. So.
Hell yeah.
Cool.
Okay, well that's reassuring to hear that you liked the American one. I've always heard that it's dumb compared to the other one, but
well, probably, but I've also never like seen the other one. I will preface that like last time I watched it was probably like a year or two after it came out.
For sure.
I don't know.
So
What
you were a wee lad.
So my my taste of obviously has changed. I was just about to recommend Spy Kids, so
Right.
Although Spy Kids was a bop as a kid,
Right.
It was the shit.
Oh yeah, that's true. When we were
I always wanted one of those microwaves that could just make you a Big Mac in a second.
dude, all of their. I wanted the lightning gum.
The lightning gum, yeah. The God, what was it that Junior had? It was like little cameras.
Oh yeah, that was also gum.
No, it was just like little like. It was like a
just stick
lens. Yeah. Just
okay. For whatever reason, I remember him chewing a lot of gum and just sticking it to stuff.
That's fair.
Gum was kind of hot in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dude. Bubblegum was on the rise.
Yeah.
The changing era.
Big Gum was doing really well.
Yes. Have I told you guys that after I watched the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory and she like puts her gum behind her ear, that I totally did that and it like got stuck in my hair and I had to like basically cut my hair super short. Yeah.
No fucking way.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
My mom was not happy.
Oh my god.
How many times were you able to get away with it before like it got stuck?
Yeah. How long did you do that trick?
Oh, I don't remember. That's a good question. I just remember specifically I was sitting in the Blockbuster parking lot in the car and I was like, oh no, my mom is gonna be so fucking mad when she comes out of Blockbuster.
Oh no.
Like the most early 2000s thing you could ever say.
That's so funny. What did your mom say?
I think she was pissed.
Yeah, that's fair. Why the fuck are you putting
I
gum
think
in
she
there?
was like, why would you ever do that? You're so stupid. I don't know, probably something
Mom, have
like
you
that.
seen Charlie and the Chocolate Factory?
Right. She didn't get it.
It worked for Veruca. Is that her name?
Yeah.
No, that's the other one.
it's Violet. That's
the rich
Violet.
one. Violet.
Yeah.
Worked for Violet.
Violet, you're turning violet.
There it is.
Exactly.
I will say, when I saw her do that, I thought that was gross then.
Yeah, I mean, you know what they say is the dirtiest part of your body?
Your ass.
Oh, I guess.
It cannot be behind your ear.
Well, maybe it's like the least washed.
Yeah.
That's like the
fair.
section that no one ever thinks of
That's
to
fair.
wash.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I stuck my big ol' honkin' Hubba Bubba back there like nobody's business.
Oh, Hubba Bubba?
Oh, I know.
What the fuck are you doing?
What? Hubba Bubba's so good?
Yeah, but like the flavor runs out in like 5 minutes.
it's
you don't
bubble
need-
gum.
You don't need
Yeah.
to say. Spearmint holds pretty
Yeah,
pretty
but I
strong.
hate mint.
Spearmint's not bubble gum.
Fuck you, Sway.
Yeah. I like to do bubbles.
Dude, did you guys do the bubble tape?
Yeah.
I was a big bubble tape kid.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
As a kid,
Not
but then
really.
like I was like, I gotta be more of an adult. I need to get, I need to get the
I
extra.
need Hubba Bubba.
I need Hubba Bubba. I need the blocks, baby.
Right.
Can't go around showing people my inches. Like, what if I don't got enough?
Honestly, I don't know what I liked more, the gum or like the powder on the
Oh,
gum.
see, that's what I hated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't know why I loved that shit.
I really wish zebra gum like lasted as longer, because that would have been my favorite gum. Zebra gum is the one with like the tattoos on the wrapper.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah.
I was big into the what is that other shit called that has the tattoos on it? The
Fruit roll-up?
fruit roll-ups, yeah.
Yeah.
I was
you put 'em on your
real
tongue,
into fruit roll-ups.
Yeah,
I remember the marketing for that. I remember
God,
that
Yeah,
shit,
totally.
Yeah, fruit roll-ups are so fucking good.
Damn, buddy, I didn't need another excuse. I'm already buying them.
Right, exactly. Now they come with tattoos. Okay.
Yeah.
No wonder I look like I do.
True.
Let me just give myself a tramp stamp real quick.
And then
It's delicious and stylish.
Also, like, do you remember the Band-Aid gum?
what?
I don't know. I don't remember what it was called. It wasn't actually Band-Aids, or it wasn't called
I
Band-Aid.
sure hope not.
But like, it came in like a tin, like a metal tin, and like it had like 3 different flavors in each like side, and you were able to like, it was like grape, strawberry, and green apple or something.
Yeah, I feel like I can picture the container.
Yeah, it was like a tin that just latched, lifted up, and there was little dividers. Yeah, and it came with like
shit.
10 pieces in each one. So you got like 30 pieces of gum, which was sick.
Yeah, that was pretty solid.
Are you like me? Do you just want to eat Band-Aids?
Oh my god.
My brother, yes.
Dude, that's awful.
Yeah.
I do not support that.
It was a cool concept. I liked the tin. I remember thinking like, I'm going to use this tin for everything. And then I lost it.
Oh, no.
Altoids or whatever
Probably
they're
had like
called.
10 nickels in there.
Yeah, true.
That was a sad story. Welcome back to Room Tone. We didn't have an episode come out last week because we were working hard on the storyboards, and so welcome back to a whole new episode. And today we're gonna kind of continue that conversation on the storyboard process of our short film. And we got through scene 1 in our work session last week, and so you can head down to the link in the description, and you can see the storyboards we've made right alongside the finished screenplay.
Hell yeah.
Screenplay?
I realized I feel like we made a screenplay, not a script.
Play versus script. According to Google, generally, a script features characters, dialogue, and stage direction, while screenplay includes other production or story details that might happen off camera.
That makes sense.
So we are writing a screenplay. Huh.
Done.
You guys, aren't you happy that you've been learning from us?
And we're learning right beside you.
Exactly. You know what? I'm glad that came up, because that's exactly what this process is. You know, we don't know everything. We're still young and dumb. Like, we're learning. We're learning as we go, and it's been a good time. And now we know we're making a screenplay.
Yeah. Ultimately, we knew what we wanted it to be. We just kind of had the wrong nomenclature. But yeah. So finished screenplay linked, as well as the storyboard for the first scene. Go check it out. And we want to kind of show it off here on the show too, and just kind of take a look at what we did get done, and maybe just talk a little bit about maybe some new decisions that we made and things like that. If you are on YouTube or Spotify, there will be a video version of this podcast that will, as we talk about it, begin to show the storyboard frames that we're going to be talking about.
Like Swain said, we are looking at scene 1. So for our first shot, we have Donnie sitting in a chair in private, looking down at a letter. We all kind of agreed right away how we wanted the shot to look. We put him in a profile to kind of show the anxiety, I guess you would say, like he's going through as he's like looking at this letter.
It's very confrontational. It's like we open on kind of that stare down between him and the letter.
Yeah. And, you know, it just kind of, it's supposed to just be there, and you don't really know what's going on, but you can tell there's weight to it.
Yeah, and then we move into, you know, once he kind of gives in and opens up the letter, reads through, we get to the first item, find a caterer, and from there move on to the conversation between him and Zoe. And this is one of the first kind of changes that we made since we put out the last version of the screenplay, derived directly from our conversation with Holland on a more recent episode, just about, thank you, Holland, just about like showing more of like Zoe's backstory and trying to get her distress, or, you know, kind of just show what she's going through. And I don't remember whose idea this was, but I love like this scene setting where we kind of tell her whole story with one shot. where when we see her answer the phone, she's surrounded by like, yes, an obituary, overdue bills and things like that, but also like a counter full of that classic funeral symbol is like stacks of trays of home cooked things like lasagnas and cookies and cobblers and shit,
and like sympathy cards, like kind of spread
flowers,
around.
all that. So when she answers the phone and they say, "Can you cater a funeral tonight?" She looks over towards that pile of food and says, "Yes, I can."
Yeah. I like the idea too of like, looking at like the pile of food and also looking at like the bills, and she's like,
I'm your girl.
Yeah.
I think we get that like kind of resourcefulness and also like kind of the tragic backstory all in that one shot from Zoe. So I'm excited about that.
Same. On page 2, showing Donnie in the kitchen counter. This time though, we have him pick up a photo of his father after he gets off the phone with Zoe and gives it a wipe, and that's how we start the montage of, it starts going with like Zoe putting on her uniform and tying her hair in a really nice like ribbon or bow or whatever.
Yeah, we decided on a ribbon for her kind of costume.
Yeah,
as an addition.
Did we decide black or red?
I think we were debating. I feel like either or would work because like the red symbolism of like the egg yolk, or like the black for like the black chicken or the black egg.
I still think, from like a story point of view, I still think Zoe would wear black because it's a funeral.
Yeah, a funeral, and like also a caterer, which is like their typical thing is like black and white.
Yeah.
But like intermingling with Zoe getting ready, we're also having Donnie getting prepared as well. We have him like wiping down the table. We have him leaving the chicken coop with like little like blood marks or whatever on his hand because he couldn't get the egg. And then he, goes on the list and he adds make someone get the egg because he obviously couldn't do it. And then we get more shots of Zoe gathering food together and kind of getting ready to head on out.
And another new addition is, we always knew we wanted like a little foray into the creepy zone during this montage, like Donnie doing something that just kind of makes the audience raise an eyebrow. And so I think, we're still a little bit debating on kind of how Ronnie's corpse is going to be decorated at the end, but I think kind of like a crown of twigs and feathers like is something that's kind of been a through line. So right now we're thinking we'll have him like assembling that kind of in the opening credits. But one decision that we did make that's kind of new is the room that he's putting that together in is the den where the ceremony will ultimately happen at the end of the film.
Yeah. Yeah.
So just a little bit of kind of foreshadowing to all of those elements.
And he's making a crown.
He's making a crown. He's so focused.
Instead of a doll.
Yeah.
As we previously
thought. Yeah. When we were, devising how we wanted the shot to be, we were talking about how, we wanted to make like this like count and like it will be brought up again. And we thought like, the dolls, you only really make them once and like they're never really referenced. And
right.
So like the crown, I feel like is a more like finishing touch,
It just comes down to like, this is so fucking obvious from the outside, but like when you're close to this kind of thing and you're like, let's just, let's tell this story and like, okay, like let's have him do something a little goofy, yada, yada, like kind of building up all of these elements. Like, I feel like we're often kind of having to remind ourselves, like, if we just use an element that already exists in the story, it just ties everything together so much more nicely. It's like, dolls would be fun, but hey, if he makes the crown, then guess what? The crown shows up later and the audience feels rewarded for remembering that existed.
Yeah. Right.
Plus it's one less prop we have to make.
Yeah.
And it all just like makes sense in the world.
Yeah. Exactly.
Excellently put, Sir Swain.
Don't overthink the details, man.
Yeah. Don't overthink life, man.
Don't do it.
Fuck yeah, just make a crown.
Just make it. Just make it. Get it done. Put her up. On page 3, we start with Donnie struggling to open the front door. And we changed this as well as we were storyboarding it. We thought it'd be really fun if we open the door, or every attempt he does to open the door, it gets closer and closer and closer, just kind of drawing a little bit more attention to the stickiness of it all.
That should be the title of this episode. The stickiness of it all.
I love it. Yeah. And then once Donnie is finally able to open the door, we are revealing David and Lonnie, who had just got there in a still frame. Right away, David is relaxing on the couch. Of course, he doesn't want to be there. Donnie is running through with a vacuum, and he kicks him while he's like trying to sleep or trying to take a nap as he's running through the vacuum. And then like David goes back into his pose, and then Lonnie kicks him walking behind Donnie with a bag of chips. So that'd be very funny that she's just ruining this man's cleaning with chips and crumbs and litter.
The like.
Yeah.
Just ruining his life.
And this is actually the first instance in our storyboard where we drew out an alternative shot. We were kind of on the fence of like whether we wanted this kind of at more of a perspective angle, watching Donnie and Lonnie come down the hallway, or like more of a straight on shot, kind of focusing on David on the couch. And so we have 2 frames here, both for the same shot. Yeah. That, you know, we can kind of shoot it both ways on set, or if we get further down the storyboard and we make a decision, then we have one or the other. But yeah, I think that's a smart way to storyboard, is like, hey, it doesn't all have to be final decisions now. Like, you still have all of production and all of editing to kind of make those final decisions. This is just a planning phase.
Agreed. Although looking back, I am starting to agree with your shot more. I think just them in the center, I think that makes a lot of sense. I will also say for the viewers out there, this shot number 23 was a little bit of a struggle for me creatively, because holy shit, am I bad at drawing and am I bad at perspective? I just couldn't fucking get it. Like, I was like, Swain, you gotta take this. I'm getting pissed. I don't know what to do.
I'm getting pissed.
It was a good day.
Yeah.
It was a good day. And then, you know, we end the montage sequence with Zoe packing up the rest of the food for the dinner party and is about to take off. And we decided to do a shot kind of from the back seat looking towards the trunk, you know, getting that like chair in the foreground and like Zoe in the midground, and of course, you know, outside and background, whatever. Yeah. But yeah, that's, you know, that's what we come up with.
And then the montage ends when she slams those doors closed.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of that first opening sequence all drawn out, and yeah, I'm excited about it. I feel like we've kept our vision alive.
Agreed. I will say being able to actually visually see the shots like helps tremendously on like, okay, there's a problem here because it doesn't make sense when we connect these shots together. So how can we change that? You know, how can we work with that?
I'm actually kind of seeing that a little bit, just as like maybe something to consider, is I'm realizing that Donnie making the crown and like the sticky door with kind of those like hard punch ins are right next to each other. And I guess I worry if that's like too much of like a kind of a spooky rut in our montage where it like kind of feels like it takes over rather than like being sprinkled in.
That's fair.
So just something and honestly, it might just come down to switching around some of the orders of the shots,
or just adding like a shot of like
something more.
Yeah.
Can I tell you guys a story?
Yes.
Can I distract from our work and tell you guys a story?
Yes, please.
Today, my sister, me and Maddie were texting my sister. She just had her second baby, and so she's got kids around and whatnot. She just kind of out of the blue, she sends us a text and she says, "Would you guys please send me a cute picture of yourselves? Like I'm kind of working on something, and you know, I just want a selfie or something." And so for backstory,
I was going to say, this is a very convoluted story.
For backstory, Maddie and I last year were in Sioux Falls, and we happened upon a massive statue of Michelangelo's David.
Okay, yeah.
Cock and all.
Free balling.
And so we took like 100 selfies in front of it, just trying to find like the right angle where it looked casual, but also there's a penis in the background.
Yeah.
And so I'm looking through my phone today, looking for the right picture to send my sister, and I came across those, and without hesitation, I sent that, and I really tried to like play it up. Like I send like a little heart emoji, and I'm like, gosh, I love this one of us. And don't say anything about it. Her first response, my sister's, was, love it. Thank you. This is perfect.
So it worked.
It worked. Yeah. Dude, I was like, do we tell her?
Did you tell her?
Her initial text was like, wow, thank you. This is perfect. I'm making my first son like a little picture book, like a little photo album of memories for him to look through when he grows up.
Dude, he would have loved that. Are you kidding me? He would have been like, these are my cool uncle and aunt.
Yeah.
They chose a specific photo because of the penis. That's funny. Oh my God.
You know what? It is funny.
You guys would have been a hit in like the adolescent, like...
She didn't say that, though. She said for Brooks to look through. So I'm guessing she probably wants it more for, like, now.
Oh, for sure.
Than as an adult. If it was for, like, him as an adult, sure. Yeah. But no, I'm guessing it's for, like, him now to, like, here's your aunt and uncle that are never here.
And here's a big metal penis.
Yeah, exactly.
So you sent her a new photo then?
Yeah, we sent her a new photo.
I sent her one. She did say trying to corrupt my child, huh? Which I thought was funny.
Yeah, agreed.
But so I sent one, and then I said, I promise there's no penises in this one.
Besides the one next to me.
Yeah, exactly.
We took all those pictures, and so I'm glad we got to get some good use out of them.
Yeah.
That's seriously so funny.
It was pretty hard to find a selfie of us, though. Mm-hmm. That the latest selfie I could find of us was from April.
That makes sense.
So I guess we need to take more selfies, maybe.
I don't know. I feel like people who like, I guess there's a fair middle ground where like, you know what? Yeah, you want to like capture events with your significant other or whatever. That's cool. Yeah. But there's also people who are just doing it for the selfie, and it's like enjoy the time.
Yeah, see, we're not on social media. We're not like, we don't need a weekly selfie of like to update people on our fucking lives.
Yeah.
It's just like wanting a picture of ourselves to look back on and
we're just remember. Like young and attractive, and we might as well take a picture of ourselves while we still can before we look like ball sacks.
Big metal ball sacks.
Can you guys believe we're gonna get old?
Crazy, right?
Doesn't that suck?
It's kind of a weird concept. I don't know. What I don't want to be is like the type of old person who is like not open-minded about like the new world. Yeah. So I guess like I'm trying not to dread on it too much, you know?
I just don't want to
make me bitter.
Yeah. I just don't want to like not be young, I guess.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Like being old just sounds
like not a good time.
Yeah. Like I think I would rather just die when I'm like 40 and still can like move than live to be 80 and like be in pain constantly, you know?
Yeah, I mean that's definitely part of it.
Yeah.
I am like kind of looking forward to, I mean, like it's all part of life. Like it's kind of part of that journey. So like your hair graying and like your facial structure like kind of changing. Like I'm excited for like that kind of, I mean maybe it's just because I read Animorphs a lot, but like I'm excited for like my body to go through those changes, you know?
I'm ready to be a platypus. Like it's been time. It's time.
I'm looking forward to my final form, you know?
That's you know what? That's a very fun way to put it. I'm excited to see my final form.
Because like I look a lot different than I did 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And I'm going to look a lot different in 20 years.
See, but I guess I feel like your final form when you're older isn't necessarily like a good thing. Like I would rather like reach my final form and then die than like reach my final form and then like start going down.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
yeah, I mean, like the arthritis and etc. Not something I'm looking forward to.
Right.
No. My body's already giving out on me.
Yeah, like Grampy came in today and he was like just sitting down and he like just got like a giant needle shoved in his back for issues with his back. And he like came in today and he was like, yeah, well now my knees hurt. So I guess we're just always going to be in pain now. I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But that's much. Like, I mean, I work with old people every single day more than I would like, and they all say the same thing, that they're just in pain and they're tired and they don't want to do anything. And I'm like, oh, that's what I have to look forward to in my retirement.
Can I say, though, what's the difference between that and you right now?
That's what I'm saying. That's my thing. Like, yeah. Exactly. That's why I would rather enjoy my life now when I'm like able to do things than like work my ass off, save all my money, like for this retirement that I may or may not get to. And then I might be fucking crippled by then. Like,
yeah, totally.
So
YOLO.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
Yeah.
Is to YOLO.
Yeah.
So next week, once again, there won't be a new Room Tone episode because we will be working on more of these storyboards. And so, we're going to be moving forward to scenes 2 and 3. So to wrap up this episode, do you guys want to, let's just take a quick look at those next couple of scenes and see if there's anything that is kind of worth exploring while we're still here and maybe kind of get a little brainstorm going as we move forward.
Yeah. So it's actually funny because I think we've talked about this scene quite a lot.
We have, yeah.
This is where Zoe is at the front door of the house. We get our title card to our film. And we are introduced to Lonnie and Donnie, or reintroduced, I should say, to Lonnie and David. Sorry, we have very close names for these guys. It's hard.
I know. Why did we do this to ourselves? For one joke?
For the bit.
Yeah. Commit to the bit.
We get interaction with David, going back and forth with Zoe, not allowing her to finish her sentences. And then Lonnie approaches and then pretty much asks the same questions as David. And David and Lonnie have a back and forth. And it's just an awkward meetup, Who are we? Who are you guys?
I really think the cinematography for this, or even just the editing, should really mimic kind of the energy of the conversation. This is still very early in our film, so very much leaning towards like kind of that centered, symmetrical storybook kind of feel. So I see like Lonnie and David just kind of straight on either side of the frame, and Zoe centered on her side. But I would really like to, I'm excited to see this play out where we have kind of that back and forth between Zoe and David, kind of having like a more relaxed, like, okay, now she's talking, we hear him. Okay, now we show him talking. Okay, now we're back to her. And like when she's cut off, like you kind of snap back and you cut to them as soon as they cut her off. So you're no longer looking at her, and so it kind of matches that. And I could see like once Lonnie shows up and she's trying to get a word in edgewise, like having those kind of like just even faster cuts. Like you sit on Zoe just long enough to see her annoyed, and then you're back with attention to the other two. And I just really think like kind of pulling that attention around is going to be fun to mess with.
I agree.
And I think it's fun that that entire portion all just happens in the doorway.
Yeah.
So that's fun. Like, even though all of our shots will probably be like the same layout, it'll feel like fast paced because of how you cut it together.
Yeah, I really like the fact that we're talking about using the cinematography as a form of comedy.
Yes.
I think it's important to keep that in note, and I think we're doing. Not to try to pat ourselves on the back too much, but I think we're trying to find our beats,
Totally.
And I think we're doing good.
And I think that this scene, this is one of the ones that we had kind of the most fun writing, and it's like a great kickoff to our what did we set out to make at the very beginning, a dialogue-driven comedy. Yeah. And I think that this exchange is like something that really like kicks us off strong into like, it's not really rooted in the cinematography. Like this could be edited a few different ways, but like that scene is still funny. I think it'll take good editing to like really help those jokes land. But yeah, I'm excited to see its final form.
Yeah. Agreed. You know what else I'm really excited for?
What?
Thank you. I would like, if we can do that again, I would like you guys to come in with, just to sound natural with it.
Okay.
If we can.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm really excited for?
What are you really excited for?
Yeah, tell us.
you know, the emotion really wasn't there. But I'll give it to you anyways.
We brung
That was
it.
the most I've ever cared about anything.
Fuck you, buddy.
Wow. Okay. Well, you know what? Pause for room tone.